Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today I'll be tying a nice little Sedge Caddis dry fly pattern. Lots of flotation on this one, so it rides nice and high. Really deadly on the rivers and on lakes. I've done really well with this one actually on the lakes. And it's just got a little bit of attractiveness to it as well. So let's get her going. It's a little bit longer of a tie, so let us go. I'm just going to put this light down so it doesn't blind me. And so, in the vise today, we have a Hends BL200 in a size 8. For the HotSpot on the back end, it's going to be using some Semperfli Classic Wax in Floral Red, just for a little HotSpot. For the body, we'll be using some Hends Hair Plus in the number 16, this olive right here. For the rib, I'll be using some Semperfli Hot Orange Floss, just for a rib. For the wing, I'll be using some Picric Dyed, dyed green deer hair. And then for the front collar, part of the wing, just some Hens CDC in olive. Alrighty, so let's get it going. So first things, I'm just going to start my tying thread. This is just going to be for this portion of it. The main tying thread, sorry I forgot to mention, it's going to be white. You can use olive if you've got it. I just use white just because I've got lots of the white. So, and it's not going to be seen except for the head, and the head I just color with a felt pen. So I'm just going to come back to about the bend of the hook. Just going to make a bit of an orange hot spot. Just go back and forth a couple of times. Come forward, and then go back up to the front and whip finish it off. That's simple, nice and simple. Just going to make sure that this lighting is good here because it looks a little off. That and the focus looks a little off. Could just be me that's off. Let's just see. It looks okay. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to add my Semperfli NanoSilk in white. Like I said, you can do it in olive if you've got it. I just do it in white, like I said, because I've got lots of the white. I've got these bulk spools, so you can always color them with a felt pen. So now I'm going to come back to about there. Actually, I'm going to come back forward. I forgot one little tiny step, not a huge deal, just a little bit of UV resin. Just a little tiny dab of UV resin right on that back end. Just helps protect it, and it actually makes it shine just a little bit better. So, zap-a-dap of that. It's funny, it looks out of focus, but there we go. Might be a bit better. So, come back to that spot there, about there. I'm going to add in my orange floss. Just add it in anywhere. I'll stop about there, put my floss off to the side. Build that up just a bit, just to make sure it's solid. Now oh, excuse me, just got some deer hair up my nose. Just gonna wax my thread a little bit. I'm gonna take that, the Hens Hair Plus. Really like this stuff. It's got that little bit of that sparkle in it, as well as the actual dubbing, the hair dubbing. But I like that little bit of sparkle in it. So I just get that dubbed on. Then I'm gonna just get it started. Tighten that noodle every time I come forward. Just tighten it a little bit. Leave yourself about 2 hook eyes worth of room in the front, so you can go back over a little bit. Just make that a little bulkier if you want. There you go. Take my ribbing and nice and tight. I want this nice and tight down into it. These segmentations. This stuff is so UV. It's got so much UV in it that when you hit this stuff with a UV light, let's just see if it'll show up here. It really does. It's not. It doesn't really shine that much through it, but it does. It really does. It pops. So it's not very good on the video. But so I'm gonna just wax my thread just a bit for now. Wax is important in this fly because of the slippery materials. So I just want some wax onto there, and now I'm gonna wax it a bit more. So now I've got a wax base as well as. So now got my deer hair in my stacker already. There it is. So I'm just gonna pull that out. I'll show you the size of the bunch once I've got it cleaned up here. It's about maybe 1/4 the size of my pinky finger thickness. Okay, so I'm going to do it about the length of the body, up to the corner of the hook. So a couple of loose-ish wraps, and then tighten down a little bit, and keep going. Okay, then just see, yeah, that looks pretty good. And now I'll just leave it flared out like that, and I'll go right through that flare, right to the front, right back to the back, right back to there. Okay, just to make sure that it's tied down nice. Come back in underneath, go back through it. Now I'll take a pair of scissors, get rid of all that, those butt sections. Get it odd one of the other ones, it's not a big deal. This is all going to be covered anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But so now I'll wax my thread a little bit again, and I'm going to run through that little bundle again there. Okay, keep that back. Just run through that bundle a few more times. Okay, so now that's up. I'm going to take just a tad more of that dubbing, that same dubbing, not a lot, just a bit. It's really not a necessary step here, because it's not going to really be seen because the CDC will cover all this, but I just put it under because it does, like I said, it might shine through just a little bit, and then come back through it again. Right at the wing, just create a bit of a dubbing loop. Don't catch those if you can help it. And come back through. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take my dubbing spinner, it on. I'm gonna just do a really quick whip finish here. I can just do a half hitch if I can get it holding that other thing. Let's see. There we go. Just a half hitch just to hold it there so it doesn't get knocked out. Okay, now I'll take my dubbing loop here. See, I don't like letting go of this thing because then it twists up on me and I don't like that. That's okay. So now I'm going to take my wax again and I'm going to wax both sides of the dubbing loop. Make sure it's well waxed. Okay, I've already prepared some CDC. I've cut it off the stem and I've put it onto into my tool. This is a stone faux tool. Put it in to that loop. There we go. Spread it out a bit. There we go. Give her a good spin, get it spun up. Now I'll have to put 3 or 4 wraps because I didn't get right to the front there. There we go. So now I'm just going to, every time I go around, I'm just going to stroke my material back. Stroke it back. Stroke it back. It gets pretty buggy looking, this fly. And then just stroke it all back. Build up just a little bit of a head. Cut off your excess thread from the dubbing loop. Now what I do is I take a felt pen and I just color my thread. Get my whip finishing tool. Again, hold everything back out of the way and just finish off a little bit of a nice little green head there. I said you wouldn't have to do that step if you used olive, but thread. So then I just take my brush, just give it a brush, keep all that out of the way, and then I'll put a little bit of head cement on it. I'll do that off camera. So, but that's it. That is your finished fly. Like I said, it's really buggy, really fluffy. When this is sitting on top of the water, it will it'll look really buggy, and that little orange hot spot will stick out. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a great little fly. Not the prettiest because of its scruffiness and its bugginess, but that's what it's designed to do. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you have not, please consider doing so. We are, I know I keep saying this, but we're getting really close. I know tying season is here, or is close here in Alberta and in Canada, period. People are going to start watching videos a little bit more and stuff now instead of being out there fishing. So I know that's going to increase quickly. So as it increases, like I said, once we hit 2,000, I will be doing hopefully a little bit of a larger giveaway. I'm still getting stuff in to give away, so it'll be a little bit of a larger one. So, alrighty, tie lines, everyone.